What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update, the stimulus package update on the $3.5 trillion reconciliation package, the American Families Plan, which is linked together with the $1.2 trillion physical infrastructure package, the bipartisan package, which has both support from the Republicans and the Democrats. That package has passed the Senate. Both of those packages are currently in the House of Representatives as they're trying to figure out how to pass both of these packages now at the same time. We're also covering the debt limit ceiling, which has to be passed on or before October 18th, which is called the X date, which is when the United States government will reach, or that is the estimated date that the government will literally default and run out of money. If they can't raise the debt limit ceiling by that date, the Treasury will literally run out of money and will not be able to pay its debt limit obligations before that date. Currently, the Republicans are not allowing the Democrats to raise the debt limit ceiling right now in the Senate. The Republicans want to force the Democrats to do it on their own through the reconciliation process, which is the process the Democrats are trying to pass the stimulus package through, but the Democrats are not able to pass the stimulus package at this point. So it's quite a process. So we're going to be giving you the latest updates on that, as well as what is going on with the stimulus package. President Biden had a large announcement on the stimulus package and the infrastructure package last night. He has some more information on that here today in this episode. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so. New videos come out here on our channel every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with daily news that you need to know about. And if you find these videos helpful, don't forget to hit the like button for us down below. Okay, first, real quickly, I want to show you guys this new scam that I don't want you to fall for. Okay, this is going on in the comments in YouTube, across all sorts of different YouTube channels on here on our channel. These are the type of scams that go on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you see these type of comments, don't fall for them. They're scams. It says, "Hello there, Ben." You know, they'll use your name, okay? "Hello there, John, Sally, Sue. Benefits have been put in place for people on SSI and SSDI, veterans and the disabled, even for single citizens. So I know you are eligible for this. The EDD is back with weekly benefits for these set of people. It's $700 per week for 91 weeks. Again, this is a scam. I'm Jacob. I'm a volunteer. I help people apply for these benefits. If you have any questions or would like to apply for this benefit, drop your phone number or email address so I can get in touch with you." Again, this is a scam. Don't ever text with anybody in YouTube comments, Facebook, Twitter. It's a scam. Okay, if you ever have anybody trying to get your phone number or text with you or anything via YouTube comments, Instagram, Facebook, anything like that, and they're trying to get money from you, they're trying to get your phone number or anything like that, they're trying to scam you. Also, the impersonation scams where people literally impersonate me. They act like it's Jimmy, and they'll copy my name, they'll copy my picture. Those have been going on for months. They'll say, "Hey, it's me, it's Jimmy. Contact me on WhatsApp or contact me on Instagram or just text me," or anything like that. That's not me either. I won't ask you to contact me in the contact section. I don't even use WhatsApp or Telegram or anything like that. So just be aware that all those things are scam. If anything sounds too good to be true, it is. Don't give anybody your credit card number, your text number, your email, anything like that. Please be aware of those. Those are scams. That's a new one I seen today, and I don't want you to fall for it. All right? Just please be aware. Okay, next up, an update on the California Golden State stimulus checks. These are stimulus checks from the state of California going out to over 25 million residents in the state of California. Other states have done state stimulus checks in the past. Hopefully, other states do it in the future. I will keep you up to date on this. We have other states that are doing kind of hazard pay stimulus checks for teachers, first responders, as well as we've gone over here on the channel. California has a really big one that is over 25 million people getting $600 stimulus checks up to $75,000 in income. They get this from your tax returns. That's how they know how much you make. But apparently, there is delays on over 9 million of these payments just issued recently. Yeah. The San Francisco Gate reports that the California Franchise Tax Board has been rolling out batches of payments in approximately 2-week intervals. If you're still waiting for this second round of check, or the second round of check that's going out for people for their first check. The first two rounds saw a combined 2.6 million stimulus payments going out. These are going out in waves. While the third wave, which will include paper checks, is expected to send around 2 million California payments. The first two payments were sent out on August 27th and September 17th, and the third payment is set to drop October 5th, the San Francisco Gate reports. The interval between payments, according to the California Franchise Tax Board, is due to the fact that they can't send out approximately 9 million payments in one swift batch for a number of reasons, including the state's ability to validate eligibility and protect against fraud and issue GSS2 payments simultaneously with the other mandatory disbursements. So apparently there's some delays to make sure that there's no fraud involved. The state also has other various processing constraints, including printing and mailing to about 9 million other people who are currently eligible for payments in California. It's just an estimate, and it remains at 9 million in terms of the number of tax returns received to appear to qualify for this, a spokesperson said. Governor Gavin Newsom, who was just reelected, said that the Golden State stimulus is key to lifting up those hit hardest by the pandemic and supporting California's economic recovery, putting money directly in the hands of folks who will spend it on basic needs and within their local communities. The first round of these stimulus checks went to taxpayers with a Social Security number or an earned income tax credit with a Social Security number who qualified for a California earned income tax credit making under $30,000. And the second round went to taxpayers making under $75,000 or less. You also get an additional $500 from the second round if you have children. I've also read in the comments that some people from the first round of California actually got a bonus $500 from the second round kicked in for people with children. So be on the lookout for that. You might be getting a $500 stimulus check from the state. Hopefully, we'll see more states do this in the future, as states are sitting on billions of dollars from the third stimulus check package. So hopefully, more governors will step up and offer state stimulus checks or more help to their residents. I will keep you updated as we see more programs like this in the future. Yesterday, President Biden came out actually with really good news on the stimulus package and told the Democrats, who are kind of fighting between themselves, that the 1.2 physical infrastructure bill can't pass without the spending bill, the $3.5 trillion stimulus package, basically saying that the stimulus package and the infrastructure package have to pass together, which really means that they're going to have to pass the $3.5 trillion stimulus package first. This is good news for the stimulus package because just about 48 hours ago, they were going to pass the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill first in the House, which would have completed the bill, and because it's already been passed in the Senate, and that bill would have been done, gone, sent to the president's desk, and been done out of the way. And the stimulus package would have lost its leverage. And a lot of progressive Democrats have actually been calling to vote no on the physical infrastructure package and to vote on the reconciliation bill before the House votes on the infrastructure package. In fact, here's President Biden with a brand new interview with a lot more context on this. Check this out.
I watched today. Biden vowed he's going to do this. Biden's going to work like hell. to make sure we get both these passed. And I think we will get them passed.
Well,
and I'd be on the phone with them a lot and maybe meeting with some.
Do you think that Democrats need to go it alone and do reconciliation in order to pass or raise the debt limit?
Well, I hope the Republicans won't be so irresponsible as to refuse to raise the debt limit and to filibuster the debt limit. That would be totally unconscionable. Never been done before. And so I hope that won't happen, number one. Number two, with regard to dealing with child care, dealing with the tax credits for people putting everything from solar panels on their home to winterizing their home. I mean, they're making their homes so the windows and doors are solid. All those things are in that second piece of legislation. And I'm going to be going around the country this week making the case why it's so important. Look, it's understandable. There's an awful lot that's in both of these bills that everybody thinks they know, but they don't know what's in them. When you go out and you test each of the individual elements in the bill, everyone is for them. Not everyone. Over 70% of the American people are for them. For example, my objective here is to make sure we put in place the things that are going to make life more livable for ordinary people. I mean that sincerely. That's not a political statement. It's a reality. The people, a woman trying to get back to work and has 2 kids, she can't get back unless she has adequate daycare and can afford it. She can't be in a situation where if you have a child, why would someone making, say, $20,000 a year not get a rebate, not get money back from the government, just like you guys and I get when we file our taxes? We get $2,000 for every kid we have. It gets taken right off our taxes. If they don't have any taxes to pay because they don't make any money, then they should get their direct payment back. Why should they be cheated out of that? It's about just being fair. There's nothing in any of these pieces of legislation that's radical, that is unreasonable, that is, when you look at it individually. The problem is, you know, one of the reasons why people said, well, I heard on television, it's totally legit, why wasn't Biden going around the country selling this before? Well, for a few little things, like we had hurricanes and floods, and we had little things like we had, anyway, a lot was going on. A lot was going on. So I'm going to try to sell what I think the people, American people, will buy. And I'm convinced.
Are you confident?
Do you think you get to buy things?
I'm not, you'll ask me if I'm confident, okay? Am I unyielding? Do I commit that I'm going to do this? Come on. I believe I can get this done. I believe when the American people are aware what's in it, we can get it done.
Do you think by Thanksgiving, sir? Do you think this could be all done by Thanksgiving?
I think it'll be done by 2:27 a.m. on December. Come on. I think it will get done. Plenty of time for it to be part of changing the tax code for people next year and for giving people the break things.
You said you wanted to buy infrastructure
You
plan
said
to pass
everyone
out
is
of
frustrated. How frustrated are you, Mr. President, about the delay?
I'm not.
What about you said you're going to hit the road, sir?
Pass without the reconciliation framework
I'm sorry?
Do you think the infrastructure bill can pass the House without it?
Look, I am a realist. I was a senator a long time. I know how legislation gets done. There is no reason why both these bills couldn't pass independently, except that they're not the votes to do it that way. It's a simple proposition. And so I think it makes sense. I support both of them, and I think we can get them both done.
Sir, you said you wanted to...
Democrats are united in their priorities, but have you been surprised by how difficult it has been to bring the moderates and progressives together on agreement with this?
We could bring the moderates and progressives together very easy if we had 2 more votes. Two.
Have you heard from the senators in the House?
So President Biden has kind of stepped in between it's kind of some fighting between the Democrats themselves. It's kind of like a bunch of school children fighting amongst themselves. You almost could say that between the Republicans and the Democrats, which has actually been worse on the debt limit ceiling. They cannot come to an agreement. But the Democrats themselves have been fighting amongst themselves, which, again, hasn't been as, well, I don't know, maybe you could say it's been as bad. I mean, Joe Manchin is off in right field on an island on his own saying, I want $1.5 trillion and that's all I want to spend, which is it's so weird that he just has picked a number out of the air. No other Democrat wants to spend $1.5 trillion. He's just kind of made up a number on his own and said, yeah, $1.5 trillion, that's what I want to spend, and that's it. And everybody else is like, okay, but how did you come to that number? Did you mathematically calculate that number? Or did you just pick a nice round number and that's it? And when you hear him in interviews, he's like, well, that's what I think the country needs to spend. And it's just like, okay, but it's just like you can't make this stuff up, but it's just like it's so weird that like one person is going to try to potentially block one of the largest bills ever. And we got all these things in this bill. I'll bring this up here. We got Medicare expansion for seniors. Senator Bernie Sanders says that up to 75% of seniors do not have the benefits. I don't know if he means all the benefits or if we just talk about some of the benefits: hearing benefits, vision benefits, dental benefits, hearing aid benefits, dental benefits. I mean, hearing aids alone can cost over $5,000. Dental, visiting the dentist alone can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. They want to lower the Medicare eligibility age to age 60. It's basically kind of a Medicare 2.0 benefits for seniors. Now, these are very, very important benefits because these are benefits that are going to go on forever. So that is included in there for seniors. We have the child tax credits that they want to extend until 2025. That has been being discussed. These are these monthly stimulus checks or these monthly checks, monthly payments, whatever you want to call them, that were from the third stimulus check package. So they were a stimulus provision from that third stimulus check package, but they go away at the end of this year, which is only 3 months away at this point. So on December 31st, those monthly payments are going to stop. So there's not going to be a January 15th payment for families. Now you are going to get the first 6 months of the year on your tax return for 65 million children or 40 million families, because remember, some people have more than one child. So the first 6 months of this year are going to be on your tax return, because remember, January through June, you didn't get monthly payments, but they want to extend this until 2025. But if Joe Manchin cuts the package down to $1.5 trillion, they're probably not going to be able to extend it until 2025. They might only be able to extend it for 1 year. They may have to cut the eligibility. They may have to cut the income requirements. They may have to. They're talking about all sorts of different things that they may have to cut on these child tax credit, these monthly stimulus checks, or these monthly checks, whatever you want to call them. They were basically these monthly checks were introduced in the third stimulus check package. Also, Joe Manchin says he wants to reintroduce a work requirement. So before that, the you had to have earned income. Okay, so if you were a stay-at-home mom without a job, you would not have been able to get the child tax credits. Okay, and in previous years they were only $2,000. Former President Trump raised them from $1,000 to $2,000 in the 2017 Trump tax cuts. Okay, but the Democrats raised it again in the third stimulus check package from $2,000 to $3,000 for children ages 6 through 17 per year, and $3,600 for children under the age of 6, or $300 per month. $300 per month equals $3,600 per year, and $250 per month for children over 6, or a total of $3,000. That's in jeopardy because if Joe Manchin only wants to spend $1.5 trillion, they're saying that alone could cost over $1 trillion. And this Medicare expansion alone could cost over $500 billion. So kind of this whole package is in jeopardy here. They want to lower prescription drug prices for all Americans. That is a huge thing because literally anybody that pays for prescription drugs could have their prices lowered here in this next package. They want to lower taxes for pretty much all lower and middle income Americans. We'll have to see how that ends up working out when they pass the bill. Um, Again, we'll have to see. They want to have an adult tax credit, which is kind of a mirror image of the child tax credit, but we'll have to see how that works. Is it going to be on your tax refund? Is there going to be a monthly check like the child tax credit is? It's expected to be for adults that earn under $50,000 for the adult tax credit. That is expected to be in this next package. Paid family and medical leave is expected to be in here as well. And 2 years of free community college. And there's still Democrats calling to add a fourth stimulus check for not children, for adults, in addition to the child tax credit monthly checks. But they need to keep that package closer to $3 trillion to even have a possibility of that. Remember, the monthly checks, the child tax credits, are expected to be included in there, but the fourth stimulus check, in addition to that, would have to be, I mean, at $1.5 trillion, I mean, anything's a possibility. But remember, the third stimulus check package was only $1.9 trillion. So there is possibilities there. But at $3 trillion, there's a lot more room for that. There's also the $1,000. I know I'm a little bit cut off here in the corner. Senator Bernie Sanders wants to include a potential $1,000 stimulus voucher or stimulus debit card that would be for seniors on Medicare to help them pay for Medicare benefits, and would go to seniors. Like I said, there's a lot of different things that could be included in this package. All these things in black are things up for consideration in this package. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. President Biden actually stepping in and saying, taking the separated Democrats and saying, no, we have to come together. We're not going to pass these two packages separately, because if they pass the physical infrastructure package in the House, it goes away. It's done. It's gone. It's literally a done deal, and they will no longer be talking about it because it'll be passed. Then that leaves the stimulus package by itself, and then people like Senator Joe Manchin will be even less likely to pass it. And now Senator Joe Manchin is a lot more likely to pass it because he desperately wants to pass that physical infrastructure package. So this actually makes the stimulus package a lot more likely to pass, and to pass it first before the physical infrastructure package. So this is actually really good news for the stimulus package, and really for both, because the Democrats are saying, or President Biden is saying, that they have to pass them both together, and their fates are linked together. And we have some people that want to pass the physical infrastructure package more. We have a lot of progressive Democrats that want to pass the $3.5 trillion stimulus package, or reconciliation package, or the American Families package, the social infrastructure package. Yeah, it has a lot of names. That they want to pass that a lot more. But whether there's people who want to pass the physical infrastructure package more or the stimulus package more, by saying they're linked together, it kind of satisfies everybody's requirements, saying, listen, we're going to satisfy everybody on the Democratic side, or at least this is what Biden is saying, that both are going to pass. So you vote for both and you get everything passed together. So people like Joe Manchin, even though he, might not want to spend as much as they're going to spend, and remember that both of these packages are fully paid for. So, they're not just adding $3.5 trillion to the debt. Their package is paid for by raising corporate taxes, raising taxes on wealthy individuals making over $400,000, forcing pharmaceutical companies to lower their prescription drug prices, which actually saves the U.S. government over $600 billion. They're using that savings to pay for the package, all sorts of creative things like that. It's very different than the first three stimulus packages, two underneath former President Trump, and the third stimulus check package under Biden. Those three, two from Trump, one from Biden, were not paid for. But these next two are fully paid for. Okay, so very, very different situation. So I will keep you up to date with everything, daily news, what you need to know about what's going on in our country, and these next stimulus package and bipartisan infrastructure package, and the debt limit ceiling, which they have to pass, or our country will literally go default. So we got a lot here going on in our country. So don't miss any episodes. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't yet. It's completely free to do so. You can also click the share button down below to share this video with your friends and family. You can click this video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video is our family channel with my wife and my son, Julian. We just went on a new adventure called Julian's Adventures to the Asian Lights Festival. Really cool video we just posted. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.